The answer, before I go to answer that specific of yours, I want you to stress you're still traveling as long as you do not want to reside more than 4 days, and the majority of the scholars said, or more than 2 weeks as Hanafi madhab. If you decided to stay that period, then you're not traveling. So you have to pray the prayer completely in its time. Then we go back to your question. You don't have to, whether you are traveling or residing somewhere, to follow the call of the masjid that is far away, where you don't hear them, where you are talking about 30 to 40 minutes away. Because the answer to the call is for those who hear it, with no in the circle that the voice of the muaddin can reach, with no speakers or anything like that. Like 2 3 meals max, depends, around the masjid that the call press is called on. But 30 40 minutes, that's far away. That going to it needs good strength. So if you were able to, that's great. You'll get a great reward, because you will be getting the reward of walking toward the masjid. If you don't, there's no burden on you. In summary, you don't have to go to find a masjid that is far away, like 30 40 minutes for every prayer, so it could be a congregation. This is recommended but not required. I am traveling to a different country. I'm staying there for 3 months. Do I have to do all the sunnah, 12 rak'ahs, in those 3 months, or you leave it during traveling? I stopped here when you're talking about 3 months. My brother, if you stayed more than 4 days, as the majority of the scholars said, or more than 2 weeks, you're not traveling anymore. So you go back to the original part. So you do it completely in its time, and you do with it what if you can of the sunnah. Another question. I'm a work engineer. Uh, I work in as a contractor or construction in women uh, salon, and they is that allowed or not? Even though I know these places, they do the fingernails and they take the eyelashes, they add eyelashes or the strength or stuff of that sort. Our knowledge, the microblading will not it will not touch except the skin. Will not go to the deep part of the skin, like in the tattoo. So its effect is conditional or temporary. It's not permanent like tattoo. If it is like that, so I hope you still have. There is it is allowed from originally for the process, but anything else beside that, it's not allowed like a nubs. But the fingernails, if it is something can be removed, then it is allowed. If it is permanent, it's not allowed, except during the period or the nifas, after somebody has a baby, the woman has a baby. If it is continuously, then it should not. Why? Because it will prevent the water to reach to some parts of the hand or the feet. In summary, you are about something. Some are allowed, some is forbidden. But your condition has not to do as direct help into these things that are forbidden. It is indirect. And the indirect, what is forbidden, is the direct one. The intended and the one that is direct. Anything beyond that is still within the doubtful or the hatred to be done. So it looks to me, your action, your work, is still within the things that are allowed, especially if you need it. If you could stay away from it, that is better for you. Because the best thing for your religion is to safeguard yourself. Wallahu alam. What is the rule of reserving uh, playground for the with our friends and divide the fees on everybody, and we do uh, different teams. The losers will not uh, use it as much, but is that allowed? No. It's what it's if there's the loss of somebody is the profit of somebody, no matter what it is, whether this is a commodity or service or piece of money. So it is better to leave it, especially we're talking about a game, not on life need. And from the entertainment you sell, there is a lot of replacement than that. Wallahu alam. I dealt with a big group. I didn't know what I'm doing. I gained a lot of money. I took some money. After a while, I found out that what they're doing is haram. All of this is just false assumptions. And what about this money that I made? So the, whatever you gained out of ignorance of that is forbidden, inshallah, it is within the boundaries of forgiveness from Allah, because Allah Azza wa Jalla said, it was inspired to me this Quran to warn you and those who receive the message. Allah said, so the clear riba that whoever had an advice from his Lord, then he needs to stop and to matter to Allah. And those who go back are the people of the hellfire, they're in it eternally. And if you can get rid of it by taking it to the public areas, that will be better for you and more satisfied to you, Lord. And Allah knows the best. Another question about the insurance. In commercial insurance has details. The brother has mentioned the details. He pays £600 and he takes money at the end. That condition commercial with the commercial insurance company. Well, whether it is with this one or other, with the details you made, the same of the insurance companies with different forms. From the forbidden thing, because there is a big risk and it's full of riba in some areas. And the commercial, I mean the social insurance, this is a lot like the Islamic insurance or others run by government, or what is forbidden from the commercial insurance, what is intended but any that is part of the insurance goes back. What is the risk that is too far? And what is allowed is what is needed. But if there is a until the Islamic alternative is there. Another question. I work as a programmer in the air traffic, and I'm with the civil aviation. We get programs that want to, take care of the programs of up and down and the conditions of the air condition, the weather. Those who buy uh, by these companies is for transport of people. But there is some that are part of the commercial fleet. Now, one of those companies, they are contracted with to buy the software. And when I looked, I see that they're doing logistic services to the Western armies. And this government, they have used these companies with the back to send some military equipment to Ukraine and some the I mean, what about my job in this? If the team that I work with, they are using everything to build the foundation for different countries. Sometimes we say we provide the logistic uh, training, or if we find out that the money we gained, and I know I can't leave the company directly because my presence here depends on my, and even if I found alternative, my contract with the company specify that I should tell them 2 months before I leave. Until now, I'm not sure if this is the company that is dealing with me or transporting weapons to those who fight Muslims. And what about if this happened in the future? So I tell my son, no action that you are doing from the description you put, from directing corruption and aggression. But since you are doing indirect service, it must be something within the doubtful, not the. So, and the dislike is something that is somebody stay in that work only for the need that you have and give a lot of charity to purify your money. If the cooking wine forbidden, it has alcohol that is evaporated during cooking. If we ask the cook who is doing this, He's not allowed because you have to go to do whether it evaporates or not. You go to buy it individually and you're gonna hold it. All of this instruction for the things are forbidden. Even if, but if you ask me about the food and some of the alcohol that could have been there or could have evaporated, and you're not gonna get intoxicated if you eat or drink it, then it is allowed. What is the sijah that is required? If you do the sinja, if you don't do washing your private part, my son is to wipe the place of filth. You don't have, if you're related, for example, to wash your private part, all of it. No. If you clean the then you have done the sinja. And the sinja is to dry the filth with uh, bathroom tissues or other means. And if you need more details, talk to me directly. Is boycotting the companies require that you leave all these products? The boycott, my son, is from the Sharia condition. You all have to balance the good from the bad, the ugly, and then it might be required if there's an only way to pressure the enemy that is fighting us and to stop the aggression. Even that boycott places or those companies, and because the boycott, China boycott, it's not going to be, it's not actually for a lot of people because of the difference of interest and needs. So you go back to the scholars and the to every country to its expert. Someone has operation on his toe. Can he wash and on that spot you just wipe? Yes, you can. If there's a cover on that wound, then you can wipe on top of it. Hmm. With the rule about who tell his wife, oh my wife, my mother, my sister, it's okay. Everybody say that. Can you pray in the airplane on the seat? I don't think you have that choice. Stand up if you can, then sit down if you can, and then on the side. Allah obligate you of what you're capable of doing. In the Balkans, that is Christians, the majority are Christians. There's a few Muslim towns, but people they drink alcohol and they don't fast. They celebrate Christian. Are they still Muslims? Well, my son, Islam is happen whenever you belong to Islam. To stick with the monotheism and the message of the Prophet ﷺ. The admission of oneself of Allah and the message of the Prophet ﷺ, it is what enter you in the Islam. And to be free from any religion and all the sins after that are from the things of ignorance that will reduce the faith, but it will not take the origins of it, the root. And it's not disbelievers except they make istihbab. And whoever died did not repent from his sin, then his matter is all to Allah Azza wa Jal. What is the rule of explaining the dreams? Allah obligate you on what you're capable of, and no obligation on disability. It is forbidden to have salon in the West because you're required to do a few things that are not right. The cutting of the beard and the eyebrows is, well, originally it is allowed, but it could be some thing that could, the cutting, shaving the beard is something forbidden, but al-qazat is disliked. But we have no alternative except to have some kind of Muslims who serve the Muslim community. And let him fear Allah when you work in that kind of field, if as much as you can. I need to be patient on that, even if that lead of lack of the income. Whoever leaves something for the sake of Allah, Allah will replace him something better than that. Allah knows the best. We come to the conclusion of today's lecture. Inshallah, we'll continue in a couple of hours. Subhanakallah, bihamdik, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.